In this video, we shall find the current that flows through this 3 ohm resistor and find the potential difference across this 10 ohm and 2 ohm resistor. So we are going to solve this using Kirchhoff laws, the current law and the voltage law. Kirchhoff's current law states that the sum of the current that enters a junction should equal the sum of the current that leaves the junction. And Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the sum of the EMF and potential difference in a circuit should equal 0. So here, firstly, we choose the direction of the flow of current. Let's say that I1 enters this is a junction. A junction is a place where 3 or more wires meet. So this is a junction. Let's take that the current that enters here is I1. The current that flows in this part is I2, and the current that flows in this part is I3. So quickly notice that I1 should equal I2 plus I3 according to Kirchhoff's current law. And quickly notice that I3 here now will be I1 minus what? I2. So we can quickly write this as this is I1 minus what? I2. So that is the current that flows in this part. And we shall write quickly again that the potential difference across 10 ohm resistor will be, so this is potential difference across the 10 ohm resistor will be, according to Ohm's law, this is I. So in this case now, the current that flows here will be I2, and this is the resistance that is times 10 ohm resistance. Okay, look at it. So we are going to solve this, and the potential difference across the 2 ohm will be the current that flows here, and of course you notice that the current that flows here is this. So this is I1 minus I2 times 2. So once we find this and find this, we should be able to evaluate this. So if you can find I1, that gives us the current that flows in this 3 ohm watt resistor. So let's first of all choose the direction of our motion. So we can decide to, if we label this A, B, C, D, okay, and we choose this as a node or a junction, so we can move in clockwise direction in both loops. Okay, so this is BDA is a loop, BCD is a loop. So let's consider loop BDA, the first loop, loop. So this is a resistor, and we are moving in the direction of a resistor. If you have watched our previous video, you notice that we have a voltage drop here. So this will be minus 3I1. So this is source of EMF, negative to positive. We have potential lift. So this will be positive 20. So we now come to this side. This is I2, and we are moving in the direction of the flow of current. This is minus 6I2. So coming here again, still in the direction of the flow of current, this is minus 10I2. Everything should equal 0. So this is minus 3I1 minus, this is 16I2 plus 20 equals 0. This is minus 3I1 minus 16I2 equals minus 20. So we can make it positive. We have minus 3, we have 3I1 plus 16I2 equals 20. So this will become our equation 1. So let's have something like this. So this is equation 1. So this is equation 1. So let us consider the second loop. The second loop is B, loop B, of course, A, B, C, D. Loop B, C, D. That is the second loop. Starting our movement from here. Remember, this is opposite the direction of our flow of current. So this will be positive. So you have 2 brackets I1 minus I2. Here again we have we have voltage lift here. We are moving opposite the flow of current. You have plus, this is 4 I1 minus I2. Come again here, moving downhill, positive to negative, you have negative 20. Of course, we are see our movement, the direction of our movement now, and this is against the direction of the flow of current here, if you can notice. Okay, so this will be positive 3 I1. So this now will be 2 I1 minus 2 I2 plus 4 I1 minus 4 I2 minus 20 plus 3 I1. So we can sum up all I1, and we have this this is 2 I1 plus 4 I1. We have another I1. This is another I1 plus 3 I1 minus 2 I2 minus 4 I2 minus 20. Of course, you know here that everything should what equal 0. Everything here should what equal 0, just as we had in the first loop. So this is 2 plus 4, 6 plus 3, 9. So we have 9 I1. This is minus 2 minus 4 minus 6 I2 equals, this is equals 20. So this will be our what equation 2. So let's write it well. So we have two equations that we're going to solve simultaneously. This is equation 1 and equation 2. And equation 1 is 3 I1 plus 16 I2 equals 20. This is equation 1. Okay. And equation 2 is, for the second loop, is 9 I1 minus 6 I2 equals 20. So this is equation 2. So what we do to eliminate this, we can say multiply this by 9 and multiply this by 3. So we have something like this. 9 times 3 is 27. So we have 27 I1 plus 9 times 16, we have 144. In this case, I2 equals 9 times 20. This is 180. This is 180. Coming here, 9 times 3. This is 27 I1 minus 3 times 6. This is minus 18 I2 equals 3 times 20. This is 60. Okay, so we can eliminate now. Put minus here, so this becomes 0. Have 144 minus 18. So this is 144 plus, of course, remember that when we say 9 times 16, it gave us this 144. Okay, so this will be 144 plus 18, and this gives us 162. Minus minus is plus, so this is 162 I2. All right, so this is 180 minus 60. 180 minus 60 gives us 120. This is 120. I'll quickly see that I2 is 120 upon 162. So this is 120 divided by 162 gives us 0.74 approximately ampere. So notice quickly that we have found I2. So we can have now 0.74 times 10. So 0.74 times 10 times 10, this is 7.4. 7.4 volts. So the potential difference across this 10 ohm resistor is 7.4 volts. So let us find this in order to calculate for the potential drop across 2 ohm resistor. So if you watch, we have found I2. It means that we can quickly find I1, okay, from any of these equations. Okay, let us use equation 1 for the first loop, which says that 3I1 plus 16I2 equals 20. So anywhere we see I2, we substitute with this. So this is 3I1 plus 16I2 is 0.74. Everything should equal 20. 3, okay, don't misconstrue this. This is 3I1 plus 16 times 0.74 will give us, this is 11.84 equal 20. 3I1 is 20 minus 11.84. 20 minus 11.84 gives us 8.16. So 3I1 equals 8.16. And you quickly see that I1 will be 8.16 divided by 3. And this gives us 8.16 divided by 3. This gives us 2.7 watt 2. So I1 is 2.72 ampere. So we can quickly solve for I3, which is I1 minus I2. That is the current that flows through this side. So I1 minus I2 now will be, I1 is 2.72 minus 0.74. And we have here that it is, remember this is 2.72, okay? So this is 2.72 minus 0.74. You have 1.98. That is I3, right? So I3 equals I1 minus I2 equals this. That is the current that flows here. And that is the current that flows through these 2 ohm resistors. So the PD there will be 1.98 times 2. And this gives us 1.98 times 2. This gives us 3.96. 3.96 volts. So that will be the potential difference across these 2 ohm resistors. We have found the potential difference across the 10 ohm resistor. We have found the potential difference across the 2 ohm resistor, which is 3.96 volts. And we have found the current. You see, the question says find the current flowing in the 3 ohm resistor. And we found that to be, of course, this is I1, found that to be 2.72 ampere. So if this video has blessed you, do well to give it a like, subscribe if you have not done that before for more video updates as this, and share it with your friends that might need this. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day. This is Neselifa.